or when they look at your brochure, they're going to go, what's in this for me? Why do I want to go there? Why do I want to visit that location? Why do I want to go to that house? Why would I want to come to that tourism destination? What's in it for me? So the first thing, the first criteria is you have to make sure that they actually have a need for what you're doing, right? They talk about kind of the 5 main P's of marketing. So kind of the basic P's that people talk about. Fact is things like, what is your product? What are the lines that you have? What are the styles of something you have? What are you actually doing? What are your products, right? What are your if they do a trip, how many days is it? How many weeks is it? How many hours is it? Those kind of things. Place stuff, right? Do you have a storefront? Do you have a home office? Do you have a second location? Do you have retailers who sell your product or sell your things for you? Or do you have a website? Are you available on a website? Do you sell things on your website? Those are all place decisions. Do you come to events and network, or do you come to events and actually have a booth? Okay, those are decisions that somebody has to decide, well, who's going to go? Who's going to do that? How much time do we spend? How much money do we spend? Okay, so as you're looking at your business decision over the year, these are things that make up your marketing mix. Which events am I going to? Who's the best person to send, depending on what we want done? Pricing strategy, right? Do you have sales? Do you have coupons? Do you have discounts? And again, this always reminds me of the intentional and unintentional things. For example, my company, I always tell people that we give 10% of the discount off our regular rates to youth groups, 10% to original organizations, and 10% to nonprofits. So if you're a Native youth nonprofit, you get 30% off our regular rates. Promotions, I look at promotions as all the paid ads, right? What do you pay for to have an advertisement in the newspaper, the yellow pages? Do you have online ads, television, radio? This is where I give somebody money. Okay, to have my advertisement somewhere in a newspaper maybe. It's also things, promotional items that you give away. So do you buy pens with your name on it and give those away? Do you have stickers? Do you have calculators? Things like that, right? And they all have to tie together. Promotions, how do you make decisions around your giveaway stuff? Public relations, PR things, right? What are the messages that you're sending out? Your opinion editorials. If there's something in the news, do you make a comment or response to that? Something's going on in your territory. Do you actually create or have somebody or work with somebody to make a press release that would respond to that? Even if it's something simple like, I'd like to congratulate Jennifer for her work this year and congratulations on winning your award. That's an official statement that you've made and somebody sent it out. Okay, it's a little scary, but sometimes we don't do that. It's a great way to get in the news. So, people decisions. Now, we think of people as our staff, right? Who do I hire? But don't forget that sometimes our biggest champions are like friends and families, and it's my responsibility to give them my little elevator pitch. How many of you have a mentor? Somebody in the industry or somebody out there? Okay? If you haven't got one yet, it's one of the #1 things we recommend for everybody. 70% of Fortune 500 company CEOs and executives have never ever been asked to mentor somebody, and 90% of them, over 92 I think it is, % of them said that they would gladly mentor someone if they were only asked. Public image. The other one, press releases, are messages that you were directing, that you were controlling, that you were sending out. Public image is a little harder to control because it's not necessarily usually something you're directing. You're kind of responding to it. Okay? And the social media realm has changed this a lot. It's less easier to control. You want to talk about what others will think or post about you, and again, depending on what they're saying online, on social media things, all you can do is maybe lead the conversation or respond to comments. It's about being transparent. So public image, again, is kind of those things that you may do unintentionally. A press release, a PR image might say, we're going to support and donate money to this youth group. That's an actual message that might get picked up. But the public image is when you're there and it's something that's authentic and genuine and people see you and they're the ones talking about you being there. You didn't send out the message officially, but they're the ones saying, it was so nice of you to come. Okay, so they're all kind of linked. Positioning, it's really important to be very clear with yourself, with your staff, and with others about where you fit in your industry. Okay, prizes, internal, external prizes. Give your staff, give yourself prizes, set goals, step into the driver mode for a bit and say, you know what if we increase our sales 10%? What do we need to do then? Give them support to get there. But what can we award ourselves as a prize? Are there contests we could do? Final thing to consider is be very aware that partnerships are a really formal way to communicate about yourself. There's a lot of discussion in a lot of backroom tables on the phone with the organizing committee for a year now. Do we accept money from so-and-so? Do we bring in money from here? Do we allow, because that's officially endorsing somebody when you have a partnership like that, right? No, do they have the 3 things they have to have?
Need.
The need, money, and authority. Good. What's station WYFM? What's in it for me? You're all going, okay, I'm done, thanks. What's in it for me? Personality types are all different. Love it. There you go. Thank you. There you go.